Hey guys, and good morning. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for catching my Real Housewives of Beverly Hills pre-record this morning. And of course, we're back to talk about more. We'll have them coming all day. I'm still hoping we get enough hot, messy topics though. That way we can come back and do a live tonight. Only because as of right now, I don't know if it's because it's before the holidays or what. There's really not a bunch of crazy information going out. However, we are back to talk about the fact that Ramona Singer from the Real Housewives of New York is offering us the real reason why Sonja Morgan's townhouse hasn't sold in the past 10 years. And she's also reacting to Gizelle's latest diss. Okay, she did address her mortifying Black Shabbat dinner, and we have the details on all of this and more. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to smash that like button because, well, you don't want to miss anything that we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know that Ramona Singer appeared on Watch What Happens Live, and she did this past week. When she did, she was with, well, I hate when it's a virtual Watch What Happens Live, but she was with Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, Luann de Lesseps, Kyle Richards, Ramona Singer, Kenya Moore, and Cynthia Bailey. It was the whole cast, the entire cast of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and Andy Cohen had tough questions for all of the women, especially Ramona. Now, Ramona was asked about the real reason that Sonja Morgan's townhouse, her $10.75 million townhouse, is unable to sell. And she had some opinions because, well, Ramona Singer is officially a realtor. Now, while promoting the recent debut of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, she explained the issue with the home before addressing her ongoing feud with Gizelle Bryant and looking back at, well, the Black Shabbat dinner with Ebony K. Williams. Andy Cohen asked her, do you think you will be able to sell Sonja Morgan's townhouse? And she said no. She simply just said, no, she doesn't really want to sell. That's why it's been on the market for 10 years. I've been wondering this for a long time. Just stick with me for a second. Robin Dixon has been using, oh, Juan and I are going to get married. We're going to tie the knot. We're going to have a ceremony. And we've been hearing about this for like 4 or 5 seasons. And now it's getting redundant. Like, we're done with it. We don't need any more. Now nobody even wants to see the wedding. We're just wishing them the best and holy matrimony. And you guys get married. Okay, fine. But we just don't need it on our screens. For Sonja Morgan, I feel like we're doing the same thing. We've heard about this townhouse for years. It's almost become a crutch for her to lean on. And now I feel like the viewers are not as excited to watch or listen or hear about it because we're done with it. We don't care about the problems with the townhouse anymore. We need a new, fresh storyline. We don't need to hear about the Morgan family letters or the townhouse. Sonja Morgan seriously has to revamp. Now, although Andy did say he was worried about Ramona being able to filter out fans from the real buyers as she embarks on her new career in real estate, Ramona said she knows how to vet people. All right. She said, I have a customer right now wanting a $25 million apartment. He's vetted. I know he's serious. I'm a smart woman. I know what to do. Also, during the after show, the Watch What Happens Live after show, Ramona responded to a fan who asked her how she felt about recently saying Giselle recently saying she doesn't want to get to know her. Ramona fired back, and this was funny. She said, she just wants press. I don't care. If you guys haven't watched The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, you need to, because they're constantly breaking the fourth wall. And we get to see different sides of Ramona and all of the women that we haven't seen before. We get to see them almost interact with production and talk about their own franchises and how they navigate them. It was really interesting considering Kelly Dodd did go on her podcast and she said the Housewives, well, they're dying franchises unless Bravo would be able to break the fourth wall, change up production, change up the editing. Maybe then they could revamp. And after watching this new Peacock special, I was like, listen, I'm not the biggest Kelly Dodd fan, but she could actually be onto something. She might actually be right about this. I hate to say it. I'm sorry, guys, but she might. All right. Well, while appearing on the Chanel in the City podcast earlier this month, Gizelle looked back on the moment Ramona kicked her out of the picture during an event in the Hamptons. Before she did, I just remembered what I was saying about this. Ramona saying that Gizelle wants press and that she doesn't care. On Ultimate Girls Trip, she's like, you know, it's so hard for me. I just realized, and everyone keeps telling me I'm a celebrity, and I didn't even realize I was a celebrity. I'll never get used to it. It's so crazy. And I'm the one who's responsible for launching the Real Housewives of New York. You guys weren't in the press. Orange County might be the flagship franchise, but we were the first ones in the Wall Street Journal. And she's going on pretty much letting everyone know on the trip, you're welcome, and you're welcome, because you ladies wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me in the first place. What? Okay. Now, getting back to her interaction with Gizelle, Gizelle said it was very weird. I don't know her. I don't care to get to know her. I don't know what her issues are, but quite frankly, it's not even any of my business. Like, it doesn't affect me in any way. I've always gotten a massive amount of love from all the other housewives on other franchises, except for Ramona Singer. But I mean, she doesn't really count. Shots fired. Okay. During another moment on Tuesday's Watch What Happens Live, after revealing her broken wrist was the result of a fall, Ramona admitted that she was absolutely mortified after the Black Shabbat dinner hosted by Ebony K. Williams. She said, when I went to Black Shabbat, my intent was to connect with everybody by sharing my experiences, but I realized I should have just listened, absorbed, and learned. And for that, I do feel bad. And then she was kind of talking about it in a roundabout way, but it doesn't really seem like she feels that bad. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it, but it really doesn't, like, it doesn't read like, you know, she's like, I feel so bad for it. You didn't seem like you felt bad for it in the moment. When you're slamming your hands down on the table, you're getting up, you're walking away, you're eating a full plate of food, you're being rude to the host, you're not listening to anyone's story, you're cutting them off, you're causing a spectacle. I mean, I don't know which one was worse, Leah FaceTiming into the Black Shabbat dinner, or Ramona causing a spectacle at the Black Shabbat dinner, or Sonja peeing outside of the home of the Black Shabbat dinner. But the point is, it was just a shit show all the way around. When Ebony K. Williams was just simply trying to host a really nice event, it backfired in her face 100%. She said, also, obviously, I was drinking, and when I watched it, when the episode aired, I was mortified. I sent a lot of apology texts. All right. Moving forward, Ramona Singer on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. This was supposed to be her redemption, especially after season 13 on Real Housewives of New York. She has gotten a lot of flack, right? She was under investigation for allegedly saying something in poor taste about Ebony K. Williams, and Ebony, filed a formal complaint along with a member of production saying that Ramona is off the charts, saying that she says whatever she wants. She thinks she can get away with saying whatever she wants. And Ebony's like, no, I'm not going to stand for it. Who do you think you are, Ramona? Just like Kenya Moore said on Ultimate Girls Trip. I feel like Ramona at this point has been on the show for so long, and we're kind of watching her. I feel like we're waiting for her to burst. For example, Vicki Gunvalson on the season 14 reunion. If you guys remember, she was so pissed that she was not on the couch. She was so pissed that she didn't start out on the couch, that she wasn't originally sitting right next to Andy. She was throwing fits, slamming doors, screaming at production. She threw such a fit because she had this ego, like, I started this franchise. What are you doing? Why are you making me look like a fool? And it was embarrassing. It was mortifying for Vicki Gunvalson, the way that she acted at the reunion. And it just became a moment that nobody will ever forget. Now, for Ramona Singer, I feel like we're kind of getting that same, like, she seems like she's about to go Vicki on us. And I think that's fair to say. Guys, I don't want to just give you all of my opinions on this. I definitely need to hear some of yours. What are your thoughts about Ramona Singer and this clap back to Gizelle Bryant, saying that she wants press and she doesn't care? Do you feel like Gizelle is just looking for press based off of the back of Ramona Singer? And if that's the case, does that mean when Dolores dissed Ramona and said that she's a nasty, vile person, that was just looking for press? Or does Ramona have big head syndrome and think that anybody speaking about Ramona is looking for press because she's just such a famous celebrity? I have questions. All right. Well, with that, guys, don't forget, tomorrow we are going live for Paris's new show on Peacock, episode 2, Paris in Love with Jason. I'll post in my community tab what time we are looking to go live. I believe it'll probably be about 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. But again, just look at the community tab and check in for that. That will be a subscribers only live chat. Also, go ahead and comment below. What do you think about Ramona Singer apologizing for the Black Shabbat dinner? Do you think she's sincere, or are you not buying it? And then Andy Cohen raised a great question. How are you going to be able to differentiate fans from actual buyers? She said, I'm a smart woman and I know how to vet people. Do you think she might have some run-ins with some fans? I feel like Kelly Ben-Simone, who has also entered into the real estate world, she probably loves meeting up with fans. And when fans call and they're like, we're looking for a $10 million home, but we only have $10 in our pocket. She's like, well, I'm Kelly Ben-Simone. So you recognize me? I feel like she would love that, but Ramona would be like, I don't know what you're doing. You're wasting my time. What are we doing here? I thought you wanted to buy a $10 million home. I don't have time for this. I have a date. I don't even remember his name. His name is the boat guy. What's going on? I don't know. Too much energy. Too much energy for me. And I've already had 4 shots of espresso and I can't keep up with this woman. All right, guys. Well, with that, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.